Hey, welcome to Flight Test. I'm Josh. This is Josh.
Hi.
And today is the day.
Yes, you guys wanted it, you got it.
Yepper, we got the Zephyr. Here it is.
Here it is.
The Zephyr. It's lean, it's mean, and it is also
low-wing.
green. And it's low wing.
It kind of reminds me like a velociraptor face on it.
Uh-huh.
You see it? The big beak?
Okay, yeah. I can see that. It's a stretch of the imagination, but it's there.
Yeah.
Okay, well anyway, this thing is super rigid. It is made with super compressed EPO.
Yeah,
Super compressed.
Yeah, and they put super in there for a reason too, because it is super compressed. And also it has not just foam in there, but there's also
Carbon fiber.
and also fiberglass, right?
That's right. This thing is rigid.
Yeah.
You could knock someone unconscious.
Used as a
with this
baseball bat.
thing. It's true.
Bludgeoning tool. Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? You just mentioned that it has actually infused stuff. Check out even on the fuselage area here. Look at do you see the detail in there? They actually, when they molded this thing, they have it actually in the mold. So it's just not like, you know, a slot cut in and glued in there. It's physically...
It was born that way.
It was born that way.
Just like Lady Gaga.
Yeah, they don't lie when they say it's infused. And permanent magnet hatch, and also the rear for service. You take out this one screw by the ducted fan.
Right here, and then this is also magnetically accessible.
You can swap out your 70 millimeter motor for something bigger, but I don't know if you really need something bigger.
Like a 400 millimeter motor.
No, that wouldn't fit.
Well, you could build it on top.
Well, when you get
Speaking of things that don't fit,
Yes.
the battery that they called for.
The battery.
We had a time getting it in there.
David Vindelsell says it best.
What does he say? We've been using that clip a lot.
We have. We've been killing that clip.
We need new clips, David.
Yeah. Actually, we need David to come back so we can get more clips.
Exactly.
You know what, David? If you come back, you could slap me. I won't even, compete. You can just slap me right across the face. That's how much I miss you, bro.
With this. It's rigid.
No, we're not gonna do it with that. That's too rigid.
V-tail.
Yep.
Reduces drag.
High torque metal gear servos.
Exactly.
Yep. And it's low wing. Have you ever seen a Hotliner style glider EDF thing that's a low wing?
With a velociraptor face? No. No, you haven't.
And Mountain Dew colors.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is your plane, man.
I know, it just screams me.
It
now,
does.
Everyone says that this is really fast. And I think we need to find out how fast it is.
We do.
But first we gotta try to wedge a battery in there.
Right.
And you were talking about
And
how
like we
it is.
said, the compartment is just not having it.
It's not a really, what's it called, refined area?
I don't know where you're going.
You got your speed control in here.
Oh, okay.
You got your receiver in here. And we also have, because we had to use a 2650, was the biggest battery we could put in here.
We had to put Josh's wedding ring in there.
Yeah, we had to put my wedding ring. Or we had to scavenge the weights from the front of a Bixler to drop in the front, because the balance point on this is between 75 and 80 millimeters.
Go ahead.
You okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
to counteract the balance point, because we had to put in a smaller battery.
Yeah, balance is important. It doesn't matter if they say everything fits good, just still check your balance points. Don't just throw a battery in there and throw it thinking it's gonna fly perfectly.
Right.
Always balance your plane, especially the higher performance. And so we actually had to add this much weight, which I don't know what it is, but buy a Bixler, then reach your finger in there, pull out the weight, shove it in your, am I going too far?
You're saying a lot of things.
Yeah, I'm really pushing the Bixler, aren't I?
Yeah, and other stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, you want to go check out and see how fast it is?
We've been talking a lot about it, so
Okay.
yeah, let's go ahead. It's gonna take us a couple minutes to get the battery in, so
Okay.
yeah.
All right, well, let's do it.
All right, well, we have our battery in,
Yes.
and in this beautiful light, we can show out a couple more features, can't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
It has a hard plastic nose.
Or Beak, if you like the Velociraptor reference. Keeping it real.
Right.
Yeah.
Also hard plastic skid.
Yeah.
For those bumpy landings.
For those bumpy landings that you will have, it's inevitable. And also a nice thing with the V-tail, and you notice there's a skid on the V-tail too.
Oh yeah.
See it right there?
There it is.
Is if you do land in high grass or everything, you have a conventional tail, oftentimes the high grass will put stress on it and possibly crack it. That V-tail is up and out of the way. It's very nice.
Yeah.
And also causes less drag and things like that.
Right.
Now, one thing that is a drag is when you do get this, do not go ahead and just put it together, throw it in the air without checking to make sure your aileron servos and also these cool streamline covers are glued in.
Yeah, because they didn't come that way.
Yeah, they were
They
loose.
were not born that way.
No, they weren't. And also, when you hook up your servos and start messing with your throws, before you hook up your linkages, go ahead and bend your control surfaces back and forth to loosen it up, because this is just a molded hinge and it's very rigid.
Okay.
And because of that, what you'll do is these servos will be straining and growling, and it's just not a good thing.
Yeah, just like a velociraptor.
Just like a velociraptor. So, all right, your fingers clear? We got our battery on. Why don't you give me a toss into the wind and we'll see what happens with this thing.
All right.
All right.
Ready? It's loud.
Swear something's taking off that's, you know, gas powered.
Yeah, that thing's loud. It sounds cool.
Hotliner sound too. You know what the neat thing is the sound that it gives with and without the motor. You notice that?
Yeah. The growl and the squish.
Wow. Let's pick out the roll rate. It rolls like a pattern chip. And we'll go ahead and check inverted real quick while we're high up. Very little forward input. Nice.
Yeah,
Honestly,
fast.
you look at something like a hotliner and you wouldn't expect it to have this crisp roll, and everything's axial, you know? Now speed-wise, I'm impressed with the speed, but the noise makes it feel, I think, a lot more spectacular than what it really is.
Right. Well, we can check the speed though.
Yeah, you want to do that? Why don't you get out there and I'll try not to hit you.
Oh, sounds good.
67? That's pretty respectable. How's that?
5, you're into the wind there.
All right, here we go.
Punch it.
It's punched. 78.
78. Not bad.
I think that's about as good as we'll get it. Let's go ahead and do a climb and check out the characteristics on high and low speed. What do you say? Now, it will not go vertical very long, but you know, it's an EDF, and the EDFs don't usually give you a lot of punch at slow speed. It doesn't have the low end torque. All right, we just throttled back. No trim changes for throttle and back, and it virtually flies hand off. Wow, which is wonderful. Bank and yank. The rudder has a nice effect though too. As you can see, it wobbles around. Look at that. It cuts through the air so nicely. Let's go ahead and do a stall. And there's a stall. Slight wing drop, but nothing unmanageable.
Nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy at all.
How's the glide slope?
Glide slope's excellent.
Yeah.
You know, it's not going to be a 5-mile-an-hour floater, but I think the relative slow speed compared to the high speed is very respectable.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have any bad tendencies when you get it slow. You still have full aileron control. See how slow it is?
Right.
And you know, we still have full control with no problems whatsoever.
Nice.
Now, one thing I do notice is if you want to kick it over, you do have a chance of dropping a tip, which you want to be careful with. So be careful, don't put it in a high altitude or a high attitude turn.
Or a bad attitude for that.
Bad attitude, that'd be bad. Hey man, you know I'm always hogging the controls.
Yeah, you are.
Let's take it up to altitude and let you
Okay.
take a whack at it, okay?
All right. Let's put that super condensed EPO to the test.
Yes. All right, I'll put it into the wind. I'm gonna hand it to you.
Okay.
I want to hear what you have to think about it.
All right.
There you go.
Okay.
One thing I do notice is the silhouette in the air is really unique. With that low wing V-tail, it looks like almost more wing and very little of anything else, you know? The tail's hard to see in proportion.
It's like an elegant crane.
Yes.
Crane being a bird. Ooh.
There's your high altitude stall, or
There we
attitude
go.
stall. And it recovered nicely,
Yeah.
huh? Now this is a strong intermediate airplane. I wouldn't say it's a beginner plane, but for someone that's real passionate about hotliners, it should be easy as pie. You shouldn't have any issues going from like a Dynamic X to this. I think they're virtually the same in their characteristics and their behavior. They really look similar to me too, just one's EDF and not. Hey, you gonna go after that hawk?
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Come back here.
I don't think he likes you.
I don't like him. He looked at me weird.
There's that little tip stall I was
Yeah.
telling you about.
Right.
But you recovered from it, no problem.
All right. And
Now, one thing without a prop-driven plane, when you have EDF, you can't instantly punch it and bail out. That motor needs speed to be efficient and to give its best performance. So because of that, you will have issues when it comes to bailing out of a stall. But as great as the lifting is on this, I think that little bit of thrust will give you enough over your control surfaces to help you recover. What's your thoughts, man?
It's fast.
Fast?
Yeah.
Want me to take it for you?
Yeah, you want to bring it in?
Yeah, I'll bring it in. We'll do a couple low passes and see if we can...
I mean, I can bring it in, but I figured that you would
of course
you'd
you could
probably
bring it in.
cry if I did it.
I know, I'd be showing up and, everyone knows I'm holding you back, right?
Yeah. All right.
But you're doing really good, and you're unplugged. You're not on a buddy box or anything, so you don't have to...
Yeah, I know. You don't have to powder my butt.
All right.
All right, you want to do it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Thanks, bro.
There you go.
Let's do a couple low passes. Now, we're running a 2250 nano-tech 3-cell in this thing because the 3,000 to 4,000 milliamp battery pack was just a joke. I'm just kind of curious.
Sounds so cool. Try to break the wings.
Yes.
You're trying to pull a fox on it?
Trying to pull a fox on it. This kind of reminds me of the fox, doesn't it?
Takes off like a rocket.
Yeah, I got a trimmer up here.
Well,
That wind bumpers it around a little bit, doesn't it?
well, they probably thought you destroyed the Fiberglass Fox and thought, hey, we should probably put some carbon fiber in there. And that's where this guy came in. Show off.
No. I like it. All right, let's go ahead and bring it in for landing.
All right. And shoot
Don't
straight for Eric. It's always the best idea.
There we
All right.
go. That was
Nice
uneventful.
landing.
Yeah,
Nice.
the speed was pretty good. What was the speed?
78 miles per hour.
That's respectable,
Not bad.
especially it's off of a 3-cell. We were using 2250 nano-tech, which had a very high C rating, so I don't think gamp draw was an issue. But I think I'd like to see a 4-cell on it. Well, we have a 4-cell on it. Let's go ahead and see what happens. Since we've done the review, we can blow it out of the sky.
Yeah. You want me to clock it?
Sure. Yeah. Hey, go
Don't
ahead.
hit me.
I'll try not to. Let me move so I can see you a little better.
Yeah.
84.
Yeah.
Now that's downwind. I don't think we'll get much better than that. We'll try one more attempt. Right. 80 what?
86.
86. There you go. 86 on a 4-cell, and it was what, 78 before?
Mm-hmm.
So that's not too bad.
All right, I want to thank you guys for watching. Thanks to Stonecat Productions for sponsoring this episode. Check out our website, flitetest.com. And also, hey, we're not sponsored right now.
Yeah,
so
in case you noticed.
why don't you
There's
guys
no
call
Hobby
up
logo.
manufacturers, whatever kind of plane
Yeah.
you want to see on here, contact the manufacturer, tell them you want to see it on Flight Test.
Yes.
So that we can get it on here.
We have put you guys in the controls of our lives. So we want to do what you want to
Sort
do
of.
and what you're passionate about, we're passionate about.
Yeah.
And it's just a beautiful thing.
To an extent.
I got a little hippie on you, didn't I?
You went out there.
I'm sorry.
Okay, well, we'll see you guys next time.
See you next time. Gotta stop doing that.
Oh, sure.
What is that? Is that Klingon? That looks like
I think it is Klingon.